Hi nerds! Today we are going to be talking about the most basic of plot structures. The one that even if you hate plot structure and think that it is formulaic, you should still be aware of this one and maybe follow it a little, and that is 3-act structure. You've probably at least heard of 3-act structure, even if you aren't exactly familiar with what it entails. It is the most basic of plot structures. It's really what all other plot structures are based on. It's great for if you want a little less detail, a little less structure in your plot structure, or if you're maybe a bit of a pantser, or you just do very bare bones outlines, because 3-act structure is really more about just guiding you in the shape of the arc of your story. Like the name implies, there are 3 acts in 3-act structure. The first act is the setup, and it is about the first 25% of your book, sometimes a little bit less. Then you have Act 2, the confrontation, which is the middle 50%. It is most of your story. And then Act 3 is the final 25% or so, and it is the resolution. Early on in Act 1, you have the inciting incident, also known as the hook. It shows your readers what this book is going to be about and really gets the plot rolling. Then at the end of Act 1, you have the Act 1 problem. This is the problem that your character needs to solve. They have a decision to make on whether or not they're going to act, which leads right into the Act 2 choice, which is on the other side of the border between Act 1 and Act 2, where your main character makes that decision to do something, to move the plot along, to join in the action. Halfway through Act 2, which is also halfway through your book, we have the midpoint reversal, which is something unexpected that happens that raises the stakes, forces your character to come up with a new plan. At the end of Act 2, you have the Act 2 disaster, where something happens that causes your character's new plan to fail. Everything goes wrong, your main character is overwhelmed, feels like they cannot fix this problem. But then as we move into the third act, there is an Act 3 plan, where your main character has finally figured things out. They know what they have to do to defeat the bad guy, and they are ready to do it. Which of course leads right into the climax, where you have that final showdown, your character kicks butt, solves all their problems, and then you follow that up with your wrap-up. And that is the simplicity of 3-act structure. It's really about showing you where you need to raise the stakes, because at each of those plot moments we talked about, the stakes have to be raised, things have to get worse for your characters. And that's all I've got for you today, nerds. Good luck with all of your Camp Nano projects this week, and I will see you this Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Time.